Are you feeling well, soldier? Hello?
No, we're done.
Sounds good. Be careful, Knight. We'd hate to lose you.
Don't worry. You'll get used to sleeping comfortably underneath massive containers of highly flammable gas.
Ah, good. You're finally here. Just set the books down anywhere. I'll get to them as soon as I can.
What are you doing with all these books?
I suppose I could stop working for a moment to address your question.
Makes sense to get rid of the trash.
Well, I'm pleased you agree. Since it's obvious that you aren't who I was expecting, would you mind telling me why you're here?
Maxon wanted me to meet the crew, so you were next on my list.
Ah, yes. You must be the new recruit described in Paladin Dance's report. Under normal circumstances, I'd provide you with a proper orientation of my department. However, I'm woefully behind setting up research patrols and getting bombarded with requests for technical documentation. Unfortunately, I'm lacking the personnel needed to get the job done.
Maybe I can lend you a hand.
That would be splendid. As you patrol the Commonwealth, keep your eyes open for blueprints, memos, manuals, books, charts. Anything containing useful technical data. I'm authorized to pay you for each bundle of documents that you recover. And if you wish to be assigned to a research patrol, I have plenty of them waiting to be filled. In any event, it was a pleasure to meet you, Knight. Please, finish your introductions by all means. But I do hope you'll consider assisting me when you're done. Once you're finished introducing yourself, I've plenty of work to be done if you have the time.
Proctor Quinlan.
It's good to see new blood in the Brotherhood. I hope you'll come back when you're finished to lend a hand.
can't believe super mutants were human once. How could science have gone so wrong?
With the Pridwin in town, the Institute doesn't have a chance.
Well now, wondered when
Excuse
I'd
me.
see you
Pull up a
again.
stool, Knight.
Well, come back when you've got the time. Well, come back when you've got the time.
Excuse me.
Well now, wondered when I'd see you again.
Sorry, who are you?
What? Even you don't recognize me? Well, I guess I do look a little better than when we last met. Brandis, Paladin Brandis. You pulled me out of that bunker up north, remember? Listen, I didn't have a chance to thank you properly before. I'm not sure I still have a place here. I've been away for too long. Maybe I'm not cut out for the Brotherhood anymore. But I'll give it time. I owe it to you and to my team. Thank you for giving me another chance.
Hi.
Never did like this rust bucket. Oh, sure, the Pridwin's a fine ship, but put me in the field any day.
この人懐かしい
If you fry up a hunk of cram with a little Nuka-Cola, it almost tastes like food.
Cade won't clear me for duty yet. I think he's giving me orders now.
でここ全部終わって
There, try it now.
Nothing. I was supposed to report 10 minutes ago. If you can't fix it...
I can fix it. You're the one who decided to kick your way through a Mirelurk. Got it.
There it is. Thanks, brother. I owe you.
When it comes to keeping the Pridwin running, Proctor Ingram's the best.
Hey.
The Commonwealth's a dangerous place. Make sure you gear up before you head out.
If you keep hoarding that garbage, you're going to slow us down.
すげえこれ全部もらっていいの
You think the Commonwealth looks bad? You should see the capital wasteland.
So, you're the new recruit I heard about. Not what I was expecting.
I can handle myself.
Hey, if Paladin Dance vouched for you, that's good enough for me. You just don't look like one of the usual wastelanders we pick up. Anyway, since you came down here to meet me, we may as well get it over with. My name's Ingram, and this lovely little grease pit is where you'll usually find me. If your power armor's too tight in the crotch, the Pridwin's about to crash into the ground, or a robot's gone haywire, you come see me.
Is this where I get my power armor?
Ha! That's always the first question from the new guys. Let's see. I just fixed up a pretty decent T-60 suit. The left leg actuator's a bit sticky, but it'll keep the creeps off of you. It's sitting in Bay 3. There isn't a day that goes by on this tub without 5 or 6 things breaking down. And since I'm stuck in this rig, I'm not quite as spry as I used to be. The work tends to pile up.
I understand.
Good. Anyway, if you need any work done on your power armor, feel free to use the workshops around here. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to work.
あれねこれ全部終わっていいのあダメなんだやっぱりこれ使っていいのこれを使 使っていいやつなのか。こういうの買っとちゃダメなんだ。こういうものもいいんだ。なるほどね。これ俺はもらっていいのか。T6。
Two in the head and they'll stay dead. Advice to live by.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
Oh, my list of maintenance fixes keeps getting longer and longer.
これを読まなきゃいけない。多分その探索を終わらせたい。これも買っとちゃダメなんだ。したらすげえ素材の宝庫や。ですよね。パラディン。
Look alive.
A smart soldier is always prepared.
パラディンに鉄球だけも好きよ。いらねえ。あ、そっか、これ売れ。これ売るから、ちょっと待てよ。誰か売れる人がいるはず、絶対。売れる人に売る。白いものは全部。
You watch my back, I'll watch yours.
白いものは
No
全
matter
部。
how many battles we win, there's always another fight ahead of us.
Treat your power armor well, and it can get you through anything.
絶対どっかにさ、さ。こんなもんかね。で、ここはもうあるけど。次こっちか。あ、これ読まなきゃいけないんだ。
Can you tell Kells if he wants things fixed, he needs to keep the damn ship steady?
How can a machine believe it's alive?
I'm worried about these recruits. Too green.
Step forward, Knight. Even though they've locked me in this blasted cage, I promise that I won't bite.
Why are you in there?
I'm glad you asked. Now, this is the stowage depot, and I, as you probably already guessed, am the ship's quartermaster, Proctor Tegan. The powers that be have me locked in here, so I can keep an eye on the Brotherhood's valuables. If you need to stock up on supplies before you head out on a mission, this is the place to buy them.
That's good to know.
I'm glad you're the agreeable type. When I tell most of the new recruits that they have to buy their own equipment, they give me the stink eye. The good news is by having a constant flow of caps, I'm able to buy whatever you bring me. Yeah, I'm mostly interested in weapons, but I'll take anything useful. Of course, if you're just looking to make a few caps on the side, I might have some extra work for you to do.
I could use some extra caps.
You need them, and I want you to spend them here. It's a match made in heaven. It just involves a little bit of heavy lifting and interacting with the local farms. And since I'm stuck up here manning this one-man zoo, I need someone to do the legwork for me. After you're done with the meet and greet, we can discuss the details. In the meantime, if you ever need anything else, gun, a mod, even ammo, you just let me know.
Proctor Tegan.
Step forward, Knight. Even though they've locked me in this blasted cage, I promise that I won't bite.
一緒じゃんっていう。これさ、開けても怒られないの？マスターだから。
Proctor.
Can I help you with anything?
Set me up.
All of my weapons are mission ready.
なんかいいもの持ってんのかな。まずいらない武器じゃない装備やっから。80にしかなんねえのか全部。微妙だな。レア武器とかもなんもねえし。なんもレア武器とかもないんだ。T60 のやつ売ってんだ。微妙。レーザーブーストキャパしていた。なんかこれ気になるなかったか。アーモっつってもな、別にな。微妙。レールウェイスバイクくらい買ったか。フレア。めっちゃ安いじゃんこの人。安いな。正直微妙。武器も装備ももっといいもの売ってくれてほしかったけど。
What brings you to me today?
Let's hear a bit more about that extra work you mentioned.
Hard to resist the lure of extra caps. The food stores don't replenish themselves, so I need legs on the ground to hit up farms in the area. We'll be requisitioning a portion of their harvest, and I need that food crated and ready to go for when I send out a collection team. Your mission will be to ensure full cooperation of the civilian farmers, by any means necessary.
I'm in.
Thought you would be. You'll find the farm on your map. And don't forget, you get their cooperation by any means necessary.
カントリークロッシングとかめっちゃ熱く。
Excuse me, Proctor Tegan.
I realize it's not the most glamorous of missions, but hell, neither is starving.
Nothing today.
Fine by me?
っていうかさ、待って、こ勝手に入ってもさ、怒られないんじゃない？今思ったけど。
Why are you bothering with that junk?
ちょっとやってみる。セーブして。怖いからね。マスターでもさ、俺さ、開けられるからさ、赤幕ついてないから多分大丈夫じゃねっていう。買わなくても手に入るじゃんっていう。だね。怒られないかな。怒られたらちょっと消そう。セーブしてよ。
Sweet.
待って、怒られない？やっぱ怒られるか。やっぱそれは怒られますわな。
It's about time we resupplied the Pridwin too. I'll be damned if they have to start rationing out food.
わあ、これ全部取ったらやっぱ怒られるか。めっちゃ取りてえ。めっちゃ取りたいけど怒られる。 怒られるよね。
Come on, I have inventory to count.
ダメだ、怒られる。やめよう。これ取ってもいいんだ。他は全部ダメだね。分かったよ、やめるよ。じゃあこういうの取ってもいいんだ。やっぱさすがにな、これ OK だったらもうゲームとして成り立たないよな。分かったよ、やめていこう。じゃああとどっち行けばいいんだ。これが得意なものやろか。これで下に戻ってきて、さなんか横とかにも道あんだよね。ちょっと得意なものやろか。これ上にあるだけか。この上の声まだ行ってない。
Proctor Ingram said she needed this suit tested yesterday.
Yeah, I get it. Just... what if I miss?
Don't.
Okay, sure. Firing. Everything holding together?
Trust me, you'd know.
Good. Firing!
All right. Everything looks nominal. And you didn't scuttle the ship. Thanks, Initiate.
Sure. Anytime.
すげえ、なんかちゃんとしてんな。ここレールロードだったら全然違う。なんですよ。
Do you know what a 10-pound cockroach can do to a frequency regulator?
John,
I
that's what
can
he's doing.
guess. Don't be smart. You want to see the Brotherhood's greatest warship brought down by bugs?
All right. Just don't tell Ingram, okay?
Fine. But there's a reason food's not allowed near the instrumentation.
やばくね、めっちゃ広い。予想以上に広いんだけど。
We should stock up on supplies before we begin our next mission.
Never forget, you are the eyes and the ears of the Brotherhood. If you see or hear anything suspicious, it is your duty to report it immediately. We live in enemy territory now. Your vigilance could mean the difference between life and death. Understood?
Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
Good. Ad Victorium, Squires.
There. That should hold.
Thank you, sister.
You know, we wouldn't have to worry about them getting out if they weren't on the ship.
Your concerns are noted, Scribe. Give Proctor Ingram my thanks for letting me borrow you.
おお、真のことを研究してんだ、こうやって。いやー、それにしても広いですな。ここからここまでか。このエリア。すげ
I
え。
prefer laser weapons myself. It's a cleaner shot. And leaves that memorable ozone smell behind.
The ends justify the means when it comes to freeing the Commonwealth. Not now, sir. There's science to be done.
Squire.
I don't care whether I become a scribe or a soldier. All I want to do is help out my brothers and sisters.
軍隊だね。とりあえずじゃあ探索始めるか。すげえよこれ。いやマジでやべえな。予想をはるかに上回る広さでした。こ
Watch your step on the flight deck.
れ上だって先に上見てみるか。これなんだこれ。こっちも行けんの。やばーい。めっちゃ広いわここ。おー、すげえこんなところに出たんだ。このメールさえほんと一望できる。これ盗んでも怒られない。
That's it.
シャープシューターのストレッチ。いや、すごいな。とりあえずじゃあ、ちょっと上を一回見て回りたいな。どうせだろう。その後にしたいか。
There's no time to waste when there's work to be done.
っちはさすがに行けない
Slow us down.
さすがにこっちは行けない。そしたらちょっと横を見てみるか。まあまあですね、こうなっててって感じだもんね。多分なんないっしょ。キャプテン。まあまあまあ、なんですね。どっから探索すっかな。とりあえず一番端から行ってみるか。じゃあこのまま一番端まで行って走れ。じゃあここら辺から探索始めるか。物は拾い物全部もらっていくスタイルで。でもな、一回ちょっとうちも多分物持ちきれなくなるから物持ちきれなくなる可能性高いな。拾えるもん拾っとくか。多分やるでしょ。
Feel free to have a look at the specimens, but
ちょっと待って。
didn't you want to hear about my experiment?
ちょっと電気消したかった。
Nariah.
Feel free to have a look at the specimens, but please don't touch anything. I refuse to be held responsible if you're injured.
Quite a collection you've got here.
Well, thank you. Most people don't appreciate the important work that I'm trying to do here. I'm on the cusp of discovering how these creatures' bodies have adapted to the radiation that's infiltrated their habitats. If I can crack the code, I can equip our troops with a protective compound far superior to Rad-X.
That's amazing.
Well, it's only a theory so far. You see, the ionizing radiation left behind by the Great War kills because it damages most living things on a cellular level. However, after several generations, these creatures' bodies have adapted by altering their genetic makeup to prevent cellular disruption. I believe I've discovered how I can replicate that genetic restructuring rapidly. Instead of decades, I can do it in moments. For a short period of time, anyway.
Why alter it for a short period of time? Why not do it permanently?
Attempting to alter the genetic code permanently? That's too close to what happened with FEV and Spawn, the super mutant. I'm not willing to take a chance like that. I wish I could show you a sample of the compound, but unfortunately I've hit a stumbling block preventing me from synthesizing a sample. The specimens I've already captured can only produce so much blood and genetic material. If I try and harvest too much, they'll die. What I need are more samples of blood from the creatures roaming the Commonwealth.
No problem. I'd be glad to help.
I appreciate your confidence in my abilities, brother. I've modified your Pip-Boy to scan the corpse of any freshly killed creature that has the proper type of blood in its body. All you have to do is pick up any viable sample and bring it back to me. Hey, I really appreciate you doing this for me. It's nice to know I'm not the only person in the Brotherhood with an open mind.
取っていいんだ。マッドフルーツと土地寒いって言われたけど思いっきり取ってるっていう。ちょっと待ってよ、このターミナルをガードにして。
Technology's in good hands with the Brotherhood. I know.
ここにもあるな、スクライブヘイレン、ネイレンのターミナル。スーパーミュータント。シンってこんな感じになってんだ。まあいっか、とりあえずちょっと持てるだけ持って一回帰らないとダメだね、これ多分ね。物いっぱいになって
Have you collected any blood samples, Knight?
Excuse me, Scribe Naraya.
Have you collected any blood samples, Knight?
DLC でレーダーたちを見ていくからいかになんかブラザーフードがまともかっていう感じがする。どうだろう。こっちとか別のものにしてここで間違って銃ぶっ放したりしたらもう全員敵対したいんだもんね。一回セーブしてでも意外と今までた以上にそんなに物多くない。ターミナルちょっと一回後にしてもっといっぱい物はいっぱいあるかなと思ったけどそうでもないかもしれない。ちょっと一回ターミナルを後回しにして持てるもんだけ持って
Personal log entry 142. I can sum up living on the Prydwen in 4 words. I miss field assignments. Don't get me wrong, the research we're doing is exciting stuff, but life on this ship is a nightmare. I'm trapped in this metal tube 18 hours a day. I still can't decide who smells worse, the soldiers or the mole rats. And what passes for conversation among the grunts makes mutants seem scholarly. I'm gonna speak to Proctor Quinlan. Field scribes cannot have it this bad.
Detective Valentine, Captain Widmark here. I'd just like to reiterate how excited we here at the Boston Police Department are that you'll be joining our investigation. Commissioner Turner has already regaled me with the tales of your adventures in Chicago. As you know, Edward L. Eddie Winter has been a pox on this beautiful city for nearly 2 decades. Extortion, murder, racketeering, kidnapping, name a crime he's committed. The epitome of a cold-blooded, brilliant, slippery crime boss. Fortunately for us, over the years, Winter has also developed that most self-destructive of character traits, supreme arrogance. Starting a little over a year ago, Winter stopped coding his correspondences and began communicating entirely via unencrypted holotape. Each one addressed to the subject in question and very clearly signed off by Winter himself. He's obviously mocking the authorities. He knows we're monitoring his communications. He doesn't care. Winter thinks he's untouchable. He's wrong. This is when the game changes. Those holotapes are the key to building a case against Eddie Winter, and they're what this task force will focus on. His crimes, his words. Total self-incrimination. Get those holotapes, and we get Winter.
Why are you bothering with that junk?
ミナルはまあ後で読むから。悪いね。
That's it. Yes.
まあこんなもんですな。ちょっとまず拾えるもんだけ拾ってマクソンに会いに行くか。
While I appreciate your attempts at diligence, Initiate, the sheer volume of complaints you have filed implicating your brothers and sisters as synth agents has done irreparable harm to ship morale, as well as your own credibility. Proctor Ingram, Paladin Danse, Elder Maxon. I understand the stress of our mission is great, and for that reason I am inclined to show leniency for the damage you've done. Your reassignment will be effective immediately. Welcome to Recon, Initiate. Do us proud.
Welcome aboard, brother.
You know, before getting shipped to the Commonwealth, I thought Elder Lyons still had some good points. The Brotherhood in the Capital Wasteland, they were about helping. But this assignment, it's opened my eyes. On the flight here, we passed city after city. Buildings taller than I've ever seen. Some that nearly clipped the Prydwen. And who uses them now? Mutants. Freaks. Seeing all that destruction, tens of millions dead, brought on by technology run amok, it made it so clear. Elder Maxon is right. The wasteland needs to be cleansed. And we're the ones to do it.
If you're looking for another safe haven, there's shelter and supplies at the police station in Cambridge.
ちょっと俺おしっこしたくなってきたからさ、一回マックスのとこ戻ろうか。どっから戻るんだっけこれ。あ、マークさん、俺はちょっともうおしっこ限界だから一回帰るわ。 やっぱもう無理。ちょっと一回まずおしっこ行ってきてからにするわ。ちょっとじゃあマクソンと話すか。どこ行った？マクソンいなくね？フライトデックか。
Don't worry, we'll keep the Prydwen running at peak efficiency.
どこにマクソン？マクソン、痛い。
Now that you've familiarized yourself with the Prydwen's crew, are you ready for your next assignment, brother?
Yes, Elder.
Good. Let's get right to it then. Shall we? Take a look over there. That's Fort Strong. And it's infested with super mutants. Having those aberrations of nature close enough to smell is making me sick to my stomach. To make matters worse, they're sitting on top of a massive stockpile of Fat Man shells we could use in our campaign. I want you to head over there, wipe out everything that moves, and secure that stockpile. Understood?
What do these shells do?
The Fat Man launcher is an essential part of the Brotherhood arsenal. It's a miniature nuclear payload, in a man-portable format. A squad of troops armed with one of these is virtually unstoppable. If you ever have the pleasure of firing one of them, allow me to give you a word of advice. Don't fire one of them in close quarters. There won't be enough of you to bury in a shoebox. That enough to go on?
Consider it done.
Look, I realize you're eager to take the fight to the Institute, but it'll have to wait. The Brotherhood cannot allow those abominations to have a nuclear arsenal at their fingertips.
It'll be a pleasure to exterminate that mutant filth.
Now, we have a vertibird on standby, fully armed and ready to depart. Use it to carry our message to Fort Strong, and wipe those dirty mutants from the face of the earth. Dismissed.
Elder Maxon?
Get on that gunship, soldier. I want Fort Strong cleared and that stockpile secured.
もうすでに俺はそこ終わってるから別に行ってもいいんだけどさ行ってもいいんだけどちょっと待って一回普通にちょっと帰って物を整理したいんだわちょっと一回後でいいかなちょっと待ってパワーマン帰ってパワーマン取って一回帰りたいんだわまずいいやまずいです行かなくてもで帰って一回物を整理してでもう一回ここに帰ってきてターミナルを読んでからだな
I'm worried about these recruits. Too young, too green. Not like the initiates back in my day.
あっちはここじゃないどれだからもらっていいやつってこれだっけこれダメなんだよねこっちでもらっていいもらいってこれクラフトじゃなくて
Feels like you can take on the world in there, doesn't it? Would it be possible to speak off the record for a moment?
All right.
Forgive me. This is difficult. When you were first placed under my sponsorship, I had some serious reservations about it. Despite all that, this has turned out to be a rewarding experience. For both of us. At this point, honestly, I don't feel like there's anything else I could teach you about being a Brotherhood soldier that you don't already know. It's apparent from your attitude and your actions that you intend to keep those ideals close to your heart.
I know there's more you want to say. Go on.
Yes, I'm getting to that. I'm just not very good at these things. Let me start at the beginning. I grew up alone in the capital wasteland. Spent most of my childhood picking through the ruins and selling scrap. When I was a bit older and had a few caps to my name, I moved into Rivet City and opened a junk stand. While I was there, I met a guy named Cutler. We got along pretty well. Watched each other's backs and kept each other out of trouble. When the Brotherhood came through on a recruiting run, we felt like it was a way out of our nowhere lives. So we joined up.
I have a hard time picturing you as anything but a soldier.
Clearly, I was ignoring my calling. Anyway, about a year after we were posted to the Prydwen, Cutler vanished on a scouting op. It took some convincing, but I was able to persuade my CO to let me assemble a squad and search for him. It took almost 3 weeks, but we tracked his team down to a super mutant hive. Those wretched abominations had slaughtered everyone but Cutler. He should have been so lucky. The mutant bastards used their FEV to change him into one of their own kind. He wasn't Cutler anymore. I had to... It was my duty to put him down.
Are you sure there wasn't anything you could do to change him back?
The FEV effect is irreversible. There was nothing anyone could do.
Hey, you did what the Brotherhood taught you.
Then you understand why it had to be done. Ever since Cutler died, I've seen other soldiers come and go. Some were brave, some were honest. Hell, some were even downright heroic. But I'd never consider any of them to be a good friend. A friend like Cutler was. Until now. It's a good feeling, but it frightens me all the same. Having a bond with someone, then losing them. It changes you. I don't want to go through that again.
It'll never come to that. I promise.
Even though I'm well aware that you have no control over it, I appreciate the sentiment. I just thought you deserved to know how I felt. If you feel that I've overstepped my bounds, I completely understand. Whatever the case may be, I appreciate the fact that you took the time to listen.
このいかつい男2人でフラートはやばいだろ。帰ろう。え、ダメなんだ。帰るしかない。
I didn't like this rust bucket.
イカレットロケット帰ろう。じっくり帰ります。てか止めてもいいな。